Alright, so today I'm going to do a review of Voraath Volume 1, Hymn of the Hunters. Came out 2024, probably springtime, on Exitus Stratagem Records. So, I didn't know about them before I saw them on tour with Gorgatron and Casket Robbery, and I was blown away by what I saw. It was really good energy. They had their outfits on, right? Some sort of intergalactic hunter type of thing. Cool mask with lights and everything. But great energy. Singer was in the pit, pushing people around. Really good show. I liked the music, but I couldn't quite hear some of the other features to the album. And by other features, right, these are really great, very well orchestrated, kind of symphonic parts, almost like a film score, really. And man, you listen to this CD, and it's big. It's a big sound. The CD is very well composed, and by that I mean the songs are very well written. The structures are great. Every instrument, and we'll include vocals as an instrument, which I guess most people do, but every instrument had a time to shine, and in a multitude of ways, right? The vocals were a lot of like the screeching death metal type vocals, but there were also some well utilized clean singing parts from two of the members, and there was, you know, the drums, right? You had your pounding heavy fast drums, and you had other drum styles, same thing with the guitar and the bass. And with all of these great elements, so you get predominantly this really well written death metal album with all of these wonderful parts blended in a way that works really well. So 12 tracks. The first one's just kind of an instrumental, but it's a concept album in a way, right? It's Volume 1, Hymn of the Hunters, and it talks about kind of the experience of these hunters and some of the myths that they're woven into mythology, kind of the story world of Voraath. And every song to me had a lot of emotion, had a lot of feel to it, had a certain ferocity, but it feels like a very deliberate and intentional structuring throughout the entire album, and in a way that I haven't heard from many other in a way that I haven't really heard from many other bands putting together this entire package where all the parts are wonderful and then the entire package is wonderful, and frankly just blown away. So I wish when I saw them I could have heard more of that. But, I mean, the album is just start to finish. I love every song. And I was really blown away. So, you know, if we're going to talk ratings, I'd probably give it a 9. Right? There's not much more I would have asked for from the album, from the band. I'm extremely eager to see where it goes from there. You know, was it perfect? No, of course not. Were there other components I would have liked? Well, obviously, but I think you could say that of any album. However, for what they offer, I think it is a fantastic album. So, you know, again, the genre, like a symphonic death metal type of thing. There are elements of pure death. There are elements of black. There's even little thrashy parts here and there. There's a lot in this small package here. I don't know that it's fair anymore to say album of the year. There are just too many albums, too many genres, too much everything. So, is it an album of the year? I don't know if you can say that fairly anymore when you look at everything. However, it's one of my favorite albums of the year, and it's an album I've listened to daily or weekly, at least in parts, since I got it. So I forget exactly when I saw them, but I bought it at the concert, and it was, I mean, it's been in regular rotation. There's some cool artwork. I do wish that it came with lyrics. It does not, but you got your, your CD pretty straightforward there. Got some good imagery in the back part there, and really for people who really care about this stuff, the booklet's pretty straightforward. Just a little bit of artwork, a little bit of information. I don't know if it's sci-fi exactly, but it's heavily sci-fi influenced. It probably is sci-fi, but it doesn't come across like, oh, this is a sci-fi concept album. It comes across as a much bigger piece of work. So I don't know if they're going to follow up with like a volume 2 or what they're going to do, but if they stay on this trajectory, they're going to really deliver some incredible music. So again, Voraath Volume 1, Hymn of the Hunters, I'm giving it a 9 out of 10. I hate ratings. One of my favorite albums of the year, easily. At least albums that came out in 2024. We have to specify everything these days, but if you haven't heard them, listen to it. Head over to their Bandcamp and check it out. If you haven't seen them but you have the opportunity, go do that. And yeah, thank you very much.